Hi, I'm Annette Pasternak, the Stop Skin Picking Coach. Today we're going to do something a little different. So you presumably like to do this picking. Like part of you really wants to stop. Probably most of you because you're actually viewing my videos right now. But there is this part of you that does not want to stop, that really enjoys the picking, right? Or is getting something out of it, but quite frequently it's like enjoyment, it's satisfaction, it's fun, whatever. It's relaxing, all these things. So we like to do the behavior too, even though we don't want to do the behavior at the same time. So I'm actually going to go through an exercise with you that will help you change this. So it's actually possible because we perceive of things in our mind that we like differently from things that we don't like, or we conceive of them, I think is the word. And you'll understand what I mean by that when we actually do the exercise. Like I'll give you an example. Like maybe things that we like a lot, we see more close up or more bright, and things that we don't, they're further apart and dimmer. That's just one example. So what we're going to do is change the thing that you like but you wish you did not like, i.e. the picking. And we're going to kind of map that onto the way you perceive of something that you dislike. And so this is a visualization exercise. It's kind of fun. It's really fast. It takes about 5 minutes. And it actually can work really well. So now this is not the only component of your picking. It's possible that, you do this and then like that's the missing piece and you won't be picking anymore, but most likely that's not the case. But it is going to take care of a portion of it for you. Like there is a puzzle piece here that this is going to work for. Okay, so for a lot of people, this does help doing this visualization exercise. This helped me especially like when I was in the class learning this. I had a big, I would say, cheese doodle addiction. So I used this to kind of break that habit. And literally right after we did this exercise, like I couldn't even picture lifting this little cheese curl to my mouth, and there would be like this magnetic repulsion. So it worked really well for me for that, like 6 months, and I couldn't even touch a cheese doodle. And after that, like one day I was like, I kind of could conceive of eating a cheese doodle again. And then I did. I tested it and I could, but I never had that like compulsion to like keep buying them and keep eating them after that. So, okay. So the first thing that you'll need to do is get a piece of paper and a pen, and you're going to divide your paper into a side of like and a side of dislike. And you can pause this if you need to. Okay, so before we begin, just ask your unconscious mind if it's okay if you make this change today and to be aware of it consciously. Generally it is, okay, but it's a good idea to ask. Okay, so now just think of how much you like to do the behavior. Okay, just think about that for a moment, and do you have a picture now in your head? Generally you can get a picture of this. Okay, and I'm going to ask you some questions about the picture. I'm going to ask you fairly quickly, but just jot it down on your like category in a vertical line. So, okay, so about this picture, is it black and white or in color? Write it down. Is it near or far? Write that down. Is it bright or dim? Is it up, down, right in front of you, or off to one side? Write that down. How big is the picture? Jot it down. Are you looking through your own eyes, or do you see yourself in the picture? Write that down real quick. Just a shorthand. Is the picture focused or is it defocused? Is the focus changing or is it steady? Is this picture framed or is it panoramic? And is it a movie or is it a still photo? Okay, are there feelings that are important? Generally, yeah, there are feelings there. Where is that feeling located in your body? Write that down. Where do you feel it? Does the feeling have a size and a shape? Write that down. And is it intense or not intense? Maybe you want to give it a number on a scale of 1 to 10. Okay, that's it. Okay, so just, forget about that. Forget about the visual. And now think of something that's similar, but that you would absolutely dislike. So it could be something else you would do with your hands. Like sometimes people use cleaning a drain, like picking up like hair or nasty like stuck old food from a drain. That can be pretty repulsive. Or cleaning up some cat's vomit or something like that. It's just something that you absolutely would dislike, something similar, so it's usually would be something you do with your hands. Okay, now as you think about how much you dislike that, do you have a picture? You're going to write down these things on the right side of your page, and as I ask you the questions, and you're going to circle any ones that are different from the one on the left. So for example, if you see let's say the like picture is right in front of you, and the dislike picture, this next one that we're doing, is like to the left, I just wrote front and left and then circled the left. Okay, so you just write, you don't have to do the arrow at this point, but just you'll be making your list, and anything that's different from what you had in the other side, just circle it, okay? Okay, so here we go. So bring that visual to mind about how much you dislike that thing that you dislike. Okay, now is it black and white or in color? Excuse me, black and white or in color, write it down. Just to the right of your other one. And circle it if it's different from the first picture. Is it near or far? Write that down. Is it bright or dim? Is it in front of you, up or down, or off to one side? And write which side. How big is the picture? Are you looking through your own eyes, or do you see yourself in the picture? Is the picture focused or defocused? Is the focus steady or changing? And is this picture framed or panoramic? Is it a movie or still? Okay, and are there any feelings that are important in this one? And where is that feeling located? How big is the feeling? Does it have a size? Does it have a shape? And does it have an intensity? And you might want to write down the intensity in form of 0 to 10. Okay, so now you should have all of your dislike things, anything that's different from the corresponding like, it should be circled, and you can put the arrow too. And what we're going to do is you're going to go back to the first one, so like clear the screen if you haven't of the dislike. Think again about how much you like to do the picking behavior. Get that picture and that feeling back. Should be seeing that picture and feeling the feelings. And we're going to make some changes. So you're going to just, in your mind, if you want to close your eyes, if that helps you visualize, you're going to make all these changes. Oh, except you can't close your eyes because you have to look at your like to dislike. You have to look at your paper. This is why it's a little different when you're doing this with me, for example, but here you go. You're gonna just look, make the change, and visualize it and lock it in. Okay, so you might want to pause this and do the visualization. Okay, are you done? You made all those changes there? So just really lock them in when I clap my hands. Sorry, my mic went out almost at the end of the recording. But now just think about that thing that you used to like. How's it different? Is that cool? All right, be sure to leave a comment and share your experience and like this video. See you next time.